Yes.
I remember you. Where is it? Where should I stand? Here?
Right there.
Is it okay? All right, we have two very important agenda items on our program. It's about neighborhood, and the first one is a discussion with our Western Balkan colleagues and about them. I want to say it very clearly, the best signal that we can and we should send out to the Western Balkans is to start negotiations with both Albania and North Macedonia. This decision to start is long overdue, and I see no reason, literally no reason, to further postpone the beginning. This is what the Western Balkans expects from us, because we promised to them, once you live up to the important fulfillment of criteria, we will deliver, and we have to do it now. More importantly, because we see that there are other competitors around in the Western Balkans, and I think once again that would be the best signal that we can send out. And second point that I will make, you know, the war in Ukraine is a watershed moment for us in Europe. And I want to see a clear position of the respective countries from the Western Balkans about that. This conflict is black and white. It's absolutely clear who is the aggressor and who is victim. And if these countries of the Western Balkans are signaling that they want to be part of this community of values which we at 27 represent, this is the moment to demonstrate that where they belong to and for what values they stand. So this will be two messages from my side. Ukraine. Two, I want to be very clear. Slovakia will repeat again its position and request that we should grant a candidate status to Ukraine. I, once again, politically see no obstacles for making this decision. And our Ukrainian friends, they know that having candidate status does not mean that tomorrow they will become members. There are no shortcuts. It's absolutely not about watering down the criterions that are clear for the membership, but it is an expression from our side of our commitment to defending Ukraine. They need this moral boost. People are dying, people in Ukraine, they're being killed by Russian aggressors. The minimum that we can provide to them is once again to grant them a candidate status, making clear where Ukraine belongs to, and they're paying the highest price for that. And last point, linked to Western Balkans. By now supporting Ukraine, including granting candidate status, it does not mean that it is at the expense of our support for the Western Balkans. It's not a zero-sum game in this respect. So this is neighborhood, and I am very grateful that we will have this opportunity. And Ukraine, very last point, I appreciate a lot that we 27 are beefing up financial funds for the weapons that we are delivering to Ukraine. In that respect, European Union has a leadership role when it comes to support to Ukraine.
Mr. Minister, you have just mentioned the candidate status for Ukraine.
Yeah.
We in Georgia and also in Moldova
Yeah.
are also waiting
Yeah.
this political decision and consensus, and of course, first of all, the document from the European Commission. Do you think that it's the right time to grant trio countries at the same time the candidate status and open discussions?
Well, look, for me, this moment when Ukraine is subject of this aggression explains to me why we are focused, including with the candidate status, on Ukraine. People are dying. They are dying for our freedom, and they need this moral boost. That does not mean at all that we are less committed to the European future of Moldova and Georgia. Those countries are threatened by Russia as well. We know it, but I'm focused at this moment really on Ukraine, but we have to do it in a way that there will be no, misgivings or some bitter aftertaste in those two countries, which of course deserve a proper treatment as well.
Can you give us an idea of how the ratification process for Finland and Sweden
Yeah.
become NATO members work in Slovakia? Is it a short process?
We've had extensive debate about that yesterday in Berlin. I made it very clear that should the two countries, both Finland and Sweden submit their application, Slovakia will very speedily proceed with that and favorably. My intention is to wait until the debate, I think, in Sweden or in Finland is over, parliamentary debate. When they submit their application, this is the moment where North Atlantic Council will take a formal decision on opening accession talks, and immediately I'm ready to submit my document for the government that would authorize Slovakia to sign the protocol of accession. And then, of course, I'm speaking on behalf of myself, of Foreign Minister. I will recommend to the government that we immediately start the ratification that is needed. First the parliament and then the president.
Minister, more clarification about the trio countries. As I understand correctly, that now concentration on the Ukraine, not in the whole package of...
Look, this is a tricky question because it's whom you like more, your father or your mother. But at this moment, once again, while supporting all the three countries in the forefront of what is needed to boost the moral and readiness of people to die for their own country, it is Ukraine, in my view. But we'll do it in a way that there will be absolutely no question about us, so to say, putting aside Moldova or Georgia. Georgia and Moldova, they know exactly where Slovakia stands, and I will continue to represent that position. I have to run now.
Please, Minister, you will in June,
Just a second.
your
Yeah.
country, you personally, will support candidate status only for Ukraine, or
We are not there because there is not consensus, and I'm presenting my own Slovak position at this moment, and ahead of this council because we are going to meet Mitra Kuleba, and I feel it this way that granting candidate status at this existential moment for Ukraine is a proper step.
Ještě, pane ministře, k sankcím, kdybyste mohl skutečně po slovensky, Slovensko dostalo nabídku na odklad, je to něco, co byste už podpořili v tom balíčku, pokud byste takový odklad dostali a čekáte dnes nějaký průlom?
Ja dnes nečakám prielom, lebo naďalej prebiehajú, ja by som to nazval za slovenskej strany technické rokovania, pretože politický postoj Slovenskej republiky k 6. sankčnému balíku je úplne jasný, my ho podporujeme, vrátane odpojenia od dodávok ropy, ale zároveň, hovoríme, to tiež nie je nič nové, Slovenská republika je tak závislá od dodávok ropy, že potrebujeme určité prechodné obdobie, kedy bude môcť dôjsť k úplnému oddeleniu. Jednoducho, to, čo sa malo urobiť za predchádzajúcich 10-15 rokov, aby sme znížili závislosť na dodávkach ropy, ale aj plynu, tak to sa dá ťažko urobiť teraz v priebehu 3 týždňov. A o tom je celá debata zo slovenského pohľadu v tejto chvíli, ako nastaviť ten proces tranzície alebo phase-out, ktorá umožní slovenské rafinérii v tomto prípade zmeniť technológiu a prejsť na iný typ ropy. Čiže pre nás je to už otázka, kde politicky máme jasno a potrebujeme nájsť tú správnu formulu.
A ten odklad, nabídnutý odklad do konce roku 2024 by pro vás byl přijatelný? Nebo
My sme žiadali celkom 3-ročný odklad. Myslím si, že o tomto sa celom dá rozprávať, pretože keď budeme poznať parametre toho, a chcem otvorene povedať, že to je aj o financiách, pretože zmena tejto technológie si vyžaduje finančné prostriedky, veľké náklady. To znamená, ak budeme poznať tieto parametre, tak sa môžeme ďalej baviť o tom, ale východisko je to dobré. Ďakujem pekne.